Everybody, happy Friday. I am just getting set up. I'm late, but I'm early. I'm late to my normal 12 p.m. live, but I'm early for one because I'm just going to set up while I wait for a few people to arrive. Hope everyone's having a great Friday so far. I had a busy day yesterday. Got the green tower. I know I said we were going to clean it on today's live, but it was just too messy to today. So I cleaned it yesterday. We're going to reassemble it today, but BRB, hang tight. All right. What's up, everybody? Everyone's having an awesome day. What's up, MF Clone? TGIF is right. It's been a busy week, and I'm sweating right now because I just finished cleaning the green tower. Well, I cleaned it mostly yesterday, and I had to go upstairs, back up and down, up and down, up and down to bring all the separate layers. So I just need to catch my breath for a minute. So how's everyone doing today? Happy Friday. It's a beautiful day. Got the sun shining in and out of the grow tent, and finished our green tower run. It felt pretty quick, actually. Everything happened so fast. Now I have new seedlings to go into the grow tower. So yeah, that was a quick run. I think it lasted like 6 weeks total, and I had salads every day for several weeks, and now it's time to do it all over again. Some of the salad heads or romaine lettuce heads I actually had to put in the orange tower because the ones that were the initial one went into the green grow tower got so mature that they were actually overshadowing little tiny seedlings that were just trying to make their way and grow. So I rather than just throwing them out, I'm gonna let them grow in the orange tower. So even though they've been stunted for a little while, we'll see if they'll continue to thrive in the orange tower so that I eat some more. And now we've got our seedlings that we germinated last week. They've sprouted. So in about a week, I need to have the grow tower ready for these seedlings to go in. So I know I told you guys that today we were going to clean the green tower, but as I was in here, yes, recording some content and doing some stuff, I just staring at the green tower, and I'm like, man, I gotta clean that. I can't leave that like that. There was just too much algae, too much crap, and I decided to take it on. Now, in the past, what's up, Chris? Happy day. What's up, Ray Cassis? Thank you guys for hanging out. Happy Friday, everybody. It's going to be a great day today. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to putting the green tower together and getting that project off my plate. My flowers are currently being hardened off outside, so lots of stuff happening today. I'm feeling good. I'm in a positive mood. So yeah, in the past with the green, I have told you guys that I can be quite the careless person. I can be a little bit lazy, and so in the past I've left the green tower and I've let everything dry up and die in the green tower, and then I clean it like a month later. All the roots are stuck to the inner walls of the tower, and it's just a bitch to clean up, for lack of a better word. So yesterday I let it run. I pulled out all the remaining stuff that wasn't good, and right before I was ready to wash it, I unplugged the water. That way, when it was time to wash it, everything was already wet, so there weren't any dried roots, because when dried roots are stuck to plastic, it's just gotta scour the crap out of it. And there's a lot of nooks and crannies in the tower that when stuff dries up in there, it is quite the challenge to remove it. So today, I feel good that I took that on yesterday, because now I don't have to stress. Had I taken it apart on the live, I probably wouldn't have cleaned it till maybe some point in the weekend, maybe some point next week, and it would have really taken much longer than it should. So in the past, because I let the tower get a specific or a certain way before I clean it, it can take me a full day just to soak and clean all the components of the tower, because there are quite a few components. But now that I just grabbed it, I cleaned it, I also, the way I tended to the plants while they were in the tower, I just made sure that when I was cleaning, I'd take out the root, I'd remove everything all together, and just to keep the tower as clean as possible as I went along the growing journey. So it made the cleanup so much easier. This is my first time where I just, as soon as I powered the tower off, get everything out, clean it immediately, and dry everything up, and we're here today. So I vacuumed the area where the tower was. As you can see behind me, that's usually where the green tower is. It is currently empty. So I vacuumed that whole area, cleaned it up, made sure to disinfect the floors in that section and the walls of the grow tent. As for the tower itself, I sanitized it, but I didn't sterilize it. No sense in sterilizing if I'm not going to reset the entire tent, because sterilizing is to take care of things that usually are more airborne within. So I made sure to clean it as thoroughly as possible, and it's it's ready to go now. So obviously I've used it for several runs. Sometimes the I would call it like residue or debris kind of stays on, and you gotta scrub it off, and so sometimes there's some remaining dirt on the tower. And like I said, I'm kind of a careless person, so I'm like, meh, that's good enough. But my best to clean it, and we'll see how clean it is. MF Clone says, grow show in town. Far from it. Honestly, somebody yesterday sent me a message and they're like, wow, you're so OCD. And I'm like, no guys, I'm so not OCD. I'm so careless. Honestly, I can be a messy person. I can be a really messy person. I just move through life too fast, and I don't often clean up after myself, but because you guys are watching, I've got to keep this clean, so it kind of holds me accountable. So thanks to you guys, this is the cleanest grow show in town. As yeah, if it weren't for me putting it all out there and showing you guys, yeah, this tent was a lot different. My first grow, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to do some kind of reel or long form video about the early stages of my journey, because it seems like a lifetime ago, but it really wasn't. I only started gardening like ever at all. It hasn't even been 2 years. In July 3rd was the first day that I decided to tend to some strawberry seedlings. So July 3rd was the first day 2023. So yeah, in the beginning, I did not understand the importance of cleanliness, and not only do you guys hold me accountable, but also, of course, the plants, you know, they're like my children. I want what's best for them, and so is cleanliness for sure when you're growing indoors. So that said, I'm going to take you guys around, show you what's new, and then we're going to get to it, because I don't have too much time, and I do want to show you guys a little bit more about the tower. So first things first, harvested yesterday. It's growing some new petals. I don't know, it's hard to see, but in the center there are new petals unfurling, so it's kind of just going to round out like a cupcake. I love these flowers because even after you harvest them, they continue to grow new petals every single day, even after it's been. So I just keep it in the grow tent on my workstation as a nice little reminder that I can do anything I set my mind to, because I wasn't sure I was going to be able to grow the flowers, but they're growing. So that's the first thing. The next thing, oh, thank you, Chris. I do try to hustle hard. I try to work really hard in this grow tent. It's very important to me. So these are all romaine and leaf lettuce. These are going to be ready, I don't even know, maybe in the next week or so, to get into the green tower. So there's a few things, a few steps involved for the green tower. We have to assemble it, which I'll probably do half today, half tomorrow, because it's going to take time. And then we have to, I do like a hydrogen peroxide cycle with some water, just to, even though I cleaned all the lines thoroughly, I don't know why I do that. I just, an extra precaution to make sure things are clean. And then I fill it, let the water run, and then I gotta put the plants in. Oh no, then I gotta do nutrients, let that circulate, and then we put the foam collars in, then the plants in. So there's a lot to it. What's up, Mark Music Man? Happy Friday, alive and loving it. Me too. Hope everyone's having a good day. This is our orange grow tower. So it's perfect timing, because as I'm finishing the green grow tower, the orange one is actually ready to go. This is a full-sized, mature romaine leaf. So I've got several heads here. I typically eat 2 heads a night, which it seems like a lot, but it's really not, because they're in smaller plant pots. They are smaller heads, but they're actually bigger compared to a lot of the aeroponic or hydroponic lettuce I see. So I'm happy with it. I don't complain. Next up, well, I harvested the flower yesterday. So all I have left now is this one that's gonna bloom. I've got a bud emerging in there. I've also got, oh, there's also a little tiny bud in there. So they're all gonna start flowering at the same time. And then this one is in the grow tower, but it's also got a bud. So they're all gonna start to flower at the same time, which is exciting. Check it out, you guys. Look at that watermelon. So I increased the light intensity slightly yesterday, and this guy just took off. Like, I don't know why it's growing so much faster compared to the other 3, but I'm not mad about it. Just do a little root check. Check that out. There we go. Our sugar-based watermelons are well underway for summer. What's up, Les? Happy Friday. Okay, you guys, I'm so excited. This grew so much already since this morning. It's our first Chinese 5-color pepper growing. Start off as like purple, and then they go pink, red, orange, yellow. Beautiful. And so you have all 5 colors per plant, which is awesome. This, I don't know what it's going to be yet, because it's growing quite large before it started setting flowers. I think it's going to be the ancho poblano pepper. And I think this one is the same. These 2 look the same to me, just one is at a different growth stage. I didn't label, so this, I don't know what it's going to be. Could be jalapeno. I'm only saying that because the white flowers, it looks so similar to the bell pepper. And then our other peppers are doing so well, you guys. Look at that little baby there. Got another one there. I've got guy over there. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And sorry, my voice gets really high pitched when I get excited. And then we've got our tomatoes that are coming along. A lot of new flowers, a lot of new tomatoes popping. So I just pruned the crap out of them, trying to keep them low, that they don't hit the lights, which they're already doing. I'm gonna have to trim that one down. And there we go, guys. So that's what's happening in the grow tent. And then I always forget about the yellow tower because I haven't had it operating in so long. More flower starts, which are hopefully going to go outside this weekend. And some dahlias. And the rest is all parsley, you guys. Little baby parsley, because I love parsley. If you've ever had tabbouleh salad, you know. I love like a chopped parsley salad with onion, tomato, and so yummy. So that's the goal with that, you guys. That's why I'm growing so much. Some people are like, why is she growing so much parsley? Well, no. All right, so Because there's not a lot to the tower, I just want to make sure that I explain it to you guys thoroughly. So first I'll go over all the different components. The first component is the caster with wheels. This is where the reservoir sits on top of. This is honestly the best, especially when you're trying to clean the tower. You don't have to walk around the entire tower. You just spin it around to where you need it, and these are great. There's 6 wheels. 6 wheels? Yeah, 6 wheels, and the reservoir sits perfectly on top, and it just rests on there. So that is something that the tower actually didn't come with. We requested that this be a component that's added on because it just makes for such ease of moving it around your space or cleaning or whatever you need to do. It's always good when stuff is on wheels. Same with my bucket system. It's all on wheels. So I'll take you guys with me here. So this is where the green tower hangs out. So I just, first step, put the wheels down. Now I stored all the components in the reservoir, but this is the reservoir. Holds about 20 liters of water, and it just sits right on top of the wheels, and then the whole tower moves around with it. You guys more about this later, but this is the irrigation pipe that sits at the top of the tower. This is what feeds the water through all the inner walls of the tower so that it can trickle down and make sure everything, all the roots get saturated. I'm just gonna move that aside for now. And then we've got hose. What's up, Thomas? Thank you for hanging out. Greetings from Toronto. Hello, Virginia. So this is the hose. So this connects the pump to the irrigation pipe that I just showed you guys. So the pump pulls the water, the hose feeds it up to the irrigation pipe. The irrigation pipe disperses it amongst the inner walls of the tower. So we're also going to put that aside because I don't use that till later. Next thing is the pump. So it's just a standard brushless pump, 28 watts. Just, I don't know, it's just a very basic pump. There's nothing special about it, but this is the pump that sits on the bottom of the reservoir. This is the part that connects to the irrigation pipe. Sorry, this connects to the irrigation pipe. Which one? Yeah, this connects to the hose that connects to the irrigation pipe, and then this is where the water gets fed through from the reservoir. And then you have to make sure, so I'll show you the next component first. Where is it? So this is what one layer of the tower looks like. You have 8 of these sections, and they snap together to make a circle of 8 plant quartz, and then there's 10 layers equaling in 80 plant quartz total. So all layers look the same except for the first layer. I've made this mistake too many times where I don't put the, there's one layer that has a little hole with a gasket, and you have to put that on the bottom layer, because I've had it so many times where I assemble the entire tower and then I forget to put the pump through. So this is one of those times where I'm not going to forget, especially because you guys are watching. How's that cucumber? My cucumber is so freaking good. I'm going to show you guys after. I just showed you, but for those of you that just joined, I'll go around and show you. MF Clone says, I'm like a doomsday prepper with all that gear and you're hoarding. Absolutely, man. You never know, honestly. Like I said, last week, there was a day where all cell service went down and internet and everything, like all the towers were down. I don't know if it was in all of North America, but or all of Canada, but yeah, for a minute there I was like, oh god, it's here. it's the end. No, I'm just kidding. But never be too prepared, honestly. Had I had this during the pandemic, it probably would have made my life a lot easier. So, you know, there is something said about being prepared. Obviously, there's a fine line between what's excessive, but I just, you know, you never know when to be ready. Stay ready so you don't got to get ready. Exactly, MF Clone. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Alright, so before we start assembling, I'm just going to take you guys over here and show you. So these little, hang on, gonna have a seat here because we got work to do. All right, so this is the layer of the tower. These are little mini reservoirs that actually slide into under each plant port. So I don't know if I can do this and show you guys, but it slides in like this, and then it holds so the plant roots can sit in here, and then it accumulates a little bit of water so that the plants, if ever for whatever reason the tower is not working or the water's not running, it can stay alive a few hours. It'll sustain the plant. So if you forget to put these in, it's a big issue because the plants need it, especially the lettuce. The root systems get quite large. Additional support. It's also support for the roots. Otherwise, they're going to hang down and they're going to be weighed down by that water, and they're just going to break off and fall into your reservoir, and then it makes for a mess. And we don't like messes if we can help it. So there's obviously 8 of these that go per layer, 1 per plant port. And so this is why I figured, you know what? Let me clean the tower first and then go live while I'm reassembling it, because then you guys can just keep me company while I do these tedious chores. So yeah, I just, this is the first thing I do. I always put these in right away so that I don't forget about it later. I've had it before where I assemble. I've done a lot of stupid shit, guys. I've had it before where I assemble the entire tower and then I forgot to put those in, and then I gotta take it all apart and do it all over again. Same thing with, for example, attaching the pump to the irrigation pipe. When you're halfway through building your layers, you actually have to screw in the irrigation pipe. Otherwise, if you build all 10 layers, you can't back down to get the pump attached to the irrigation pipe. So everything has to be done in a specific sequence, and if you forget, then you're SOL. You gotta redo it all over again, which sucks. So these are the not so fun parts of having an in-garden. I mean, it's not like it's horrible to do. It's just, it is consuming, and I like doing things where you get to see the immediate reward, like instant gratification, you know? Whereas with the tower, it's still like 3 weeks out until I have stuff growing in it from the point of cleaning. So it's not really fun for me. So why not go live and hang out with you guys and bore you guys too? So I think I'm gonna get my stuff outside this weekend. All my flowers. You know, I've been hardening them off the last couple of days, and this is the careless part of me that comes out. I'm like, you know what? They'll survive, and if they don't, only the strong survive. I don't care anymore. Honestly, I can't keep up with this weather. It's just exhausting. So, F it. It can't be all candy and sunshine. No, it can't. There's a lot to it. All right, so I'm gonna put this here. Gotta make some room. What's up, Mr. Organics? How you doing? Happy Friday, you guys. Before I get to enjoy my Friday, I've got some chores to do, aka reassembling my tower. So, just making sure I didn't put these in the wrong way. So it just sits in there like that, and then it acts as a reservoir for your plant. Put you guys here. So, after we're done this, we snap all the layers together and then get the irrigation pipe attached, and that's it. Just fire and let it run. So I've done this so many times now that I'm pretty used to it. So the reason why I had algae was because, or I had leaking, which caused algae, was because the last time I reset my garden. So these are 8 pieces assembled together to make one layer. And the last time I had my garden, what was I saying? Oh, the last time I reset my garden, all these pieces were actually taken apart, and then I didn't snap them back together properly. So I think that's why I had issues. So hopefully now I don't repeat the same thing. I didn't take all the layers apart, but I'm gonna make sure they're snapped together nicely before. When you pick up a layer like this, they kind of unfasten, so you have to tighten it back up right before you're about to use it. All right, I'm gonna get some more layers, BRB. So yeah, you gotta do this 10 times. 10 times, and then we're done, you guys. Normally I'm much faster if I'm not talking, but I'm also in an awkward spot because I'm just trying to show you guys it works. But yeah, these pieces are super light, easy to move around, easy to carry. And for itself, all I have to say is if I can assemble it, you guys can do it, no problem. It's really not difficult at all. There's just a lot of pieces to it, that's all. But once you get familiar, it becomes second nature. So I went outside in my backyard this morning, and it's been raining on and off, and I thought I was gonna, my dahlia tubers were gonna just rot and die, but it turns out that they actually popped today. So everything's growing. I'm really excited. And then I'm just going to get the rest of my stuff outside the weekend probably. But it was kind of hazy out this morning. We've got the wildfires in Manitoba, and there's a weather advisory for Ontario, which I don't listen to that crap anyways, because what do they know? They're always wrong about the weather. So again, because I'm not resetting my entire garden, I just make sure to clean these thoroughly with soap, water, but I didn't sterilize or do any bleach or anything like that. It was a pretty clean run, if that makes sense. I kept things super clean. In the past, I was super disorganized and messy, so the inner walls of the tower take hours to clean and scour, but not this time, because I stayed on top of it. But it is a grind, you guys, always something to do. Yesterday I spent all afternoon in the garden. I pruned so much because I'm trying to get my stuff to faster, and I find that the more I prune it, it redirects energy to the ripening process versus growing more stuff. So I'm just gonna take a break for a second and show you guys. I have my tomatoes. I think they're gonna start to ripen. I don't know why they're taking so long, but the top of them are getting darker. So I think they're gonna be that, I don't know what to call it. It's like a, you know, tomatoes that are darker. They're not black tomatoes, but they're kind of like a brownish green. Oh, and for somebody asked, they wanted to see my cucumber. There you go. I don't even have to go close up to it. Just so big. I'm so excited about it, you guys. And I've got a lot more flowers coming now, so that'll be cool. So yeah, guys, Friday. Always good when it's a Friday. Gotta keep an eye on the time because I got other stuff to do. So one of my dahlia tubers started sprouting and it had leaves, and yesterday I went out there and all the leaves were gone because a rabbit or a squirrel, something ate it. So I just did like a chicken wire thing, but I actually have to do it properly, so probably gonna end up doing that later today. I've got my work cut out for me, you guys, between the indoor garden and the outdoor garden. It's a lot. But I'm not complaining. Some people don't even have a garden and wish they had one, so I'm fortunate enough. I'm not gonna complain. One thing you guys probably don't know about me because I'm always in a positive mood. I am such a complainer. I complain about everything, guys. I bitch and complain. Natimbi, yes, it's gotten so big. I know, I'm so excited about it. I feel very proud of myself. It's a prime example. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And I'm glad that I did because I was ready to give up. What's up, Renee? Thank you, thank you. I am actually feeling so proud of my garden. I've been working really hard, you guys. I'm always in here doing something, and say I have a green thumb, and I've never heard that before, first of all, because I just started, and second of all, I really don't. I just have a good work ethic. No green thumb, just a good work ethic. And it's also because in the beginning, I didn't have the same work ethic. I don't know why. I didn't have such a clear understanding of plants and how they are, that I wasn't as connected. Now, plants are like, well, they're living beings to me. So I have to hold myself accountable to take the best care possible. And then now that I've got the Pulse Pro, which, oh my gosh, I've been trying to research a bunch of stuff. Today I'm going to learn how to take a spectrum, I think it's called a spectrum test, where you measure the light spectrum. But it's a whole new world for me. So it'll be interesting to see how much better it gets now that I have more tools at my disposal. All right, guys, 3 more layers to go. And I don't know, actually, somebody asked me how tall these towers are. I'm 5 feet tall, so, I don't know, maybe 7 feet tall, 6 tall. It's pretty tall. I need to get a ladder just to get the lid on, or to look inside through the top. It's short people problems, you guys. I actually have never had an issue with my height until I started like really working with these towers and filming content. I'm like, you look like an idiot going on your tippy toes. It's not that tall. But because I'm so short, all for me. I mean, usually this goes a lot faster. I usually throw them on the floor and just was this tower? Well, it's not so much the tower, it's the shipping that gets you. We had these manufactured and brought over from China, and yeah, that's quite costly. So the sell cost for one of these towers specifically, $900 Canadian, and that's because it comes with everything: the casters, the pump, the irrigation pipe, the hoses, net pots, foam collars, all these little reservoir things, the lights. It comes with all the lights, full spectrum LEDs, 6 light bars. Well, it's actually 12 light bars, and then they hook up together. So they look like this. So when you think of a lot of aeroponic systems that are available, they range from $600 to $700, but it's just the system. You don't get all the stuff with it. So I'm not trying to push the towers by any means. I'm just justifying the cost. But I am working on something new in regard to the tower, something more that'll be more, I guess, for lack of a better way to describe it, easy to use than anything else. So, you know, if for example a person has like a family and they want to cook or they want to grow herbs and some lettuce for their family and have a tower in their kitchen, or even outside. These are also rated for outside, and you just take the lights off. But you know, if you're a small family, you don't need a 10-layer tower just for a little bit of lettuce and herbs, right? But what I'm trying to do is just completely not rely on the grocery store for produce. So that's why I call them the legacy tower on my website, is because it's the original design, but more of like a commercialized size, because it is quite large. And most people that I know that would purchase a system like that, like an Aero Garden or even the Tower Garden, they've got maybe a third less of the plant ports. So I think a Tower Garden has like actually half less. I think a Tower Garden has like 30 or 40 plant ports, whereas this has 80. So not for everyone, but I'm working on a smaller version that will be for everyone. So, but yeah, this is great if you're growing on a larger scale and you've got the space for it. And who love the awesome colors, you know, especially if you're like trying to teach kids or whatever about growing. It's like, it makes it more attractive to them, because I mean, tell me that doesn't look like a transformer. That's why I call it Bumblebee. All right, that layer's done. This layer, and then we start stacking. Looks like a pineapple core. They're called pineapple towers, actually. That's the name of the tower. It's a pineapple tower, because it looks like a pineapple. All right, so there we go. All our little reservoirs are in. Just gonna go get a sip of water. All right, so because I'm notorious for forgetting, I'm already going to hook up the hose to the irrigation pipe and and we got to get that hooked up to the, so it just twists right on. And then you've got these little metal hangers to hang it on the inner walls of the tower, at the top of the tower, on the last layer, the highest layer. So it's like, it sits like this at the top. And then the pump sits in the base of the reservoir. All right, so I'm going to get this situated here. I'm going to put this reservoir right on top, and we've got to start to build our layers. Just got to make sure that the wheels are aligned with the reservoir. I've had it before where the entire tower tipped over because I didn't put it on properly. And then the pump, remember, well, I know you guys don't have one of these towers, but I do this for myself, or if you guys want to know it works. This, the bottom layer is always the one with the hole with the gasket. That's where the pump goes through, and it just snaps right in. And because the connection point is right here, I'm going to just make sure that this is right out there. And just seat the pump in properly. And that's it, you guys. We're off to races. Alright, so about halfway through, you're going to take the hose and connect it to the pump. Otherwise, if you don't do it and you wait till the end, it's a pain. I've done that before, and you can't reach all the way to the bottom to get the pump, the hose to. So I don't know how I did it last time. I had to do some crazy MacGyver stuff just to fish out the pump to connect. It was a whole thing. It probably at that point would have been easier to just do the tower and reassemble it. So I'm just gonna put this down here and show you guys. I'm gonna snap in my first layer. It snaps in a specific way. I'll just actually show you guys. So this has to be snapping behind. They all have to snap in that way at the same time, otherwise you're going to have an alignment issue and you'll have a leak. So make sure. Alright, so everything's good. So now I just snap it. Alright, first layer down. And I love the green. I love the green. Color makes life fun, you guys. I freaking love having the colorful towers. I know some people like the more subdued look, like white or whatever, but not for me. Alright. Next layer. I've had it before where I assemble the entire tower, and then at the end I realize that I didn't put a layer in properly, and you either make the call. Do you deal with the leak or do you take the whole thing apart? So I think I've got that right now with the tower, where I just left it and now I've got a leak. Alright, so I mean, I'm not halfway through yet. I'll do it the next two layers. Because I'm so short, I have to do this process sooner. I have to, because I can't reach deep down if this is stacked too high. What's up, Daily Natural Lifestyles? For those of you that just joined, I am reassembling my grow tower. I have a yellow grow tower behind. Right now we're just working on reassembling the green one. We just finished a 6-week, actually maybe more like 7-week run of lettuce, and now putting it all back together to start all over again. Alright, so see what I mean? This is getting quite deep. So now I gotta reach in to get the pump. And if I did one more layer, I'd probably need like a freaking ladder or something just to get in there, guys. So, yeah. So every time you layer it, you have to pass the irrigation pipe through it after. But it's only till you're at a certain point. So, I've got my pump here. Bring you guys closer. Pump here. I've got the hose here. Oh. I'm just gonna fasten it. And there we go. I'm just gonna, so the plug is sticking out here, the power cord. The pump is sitting in the reservoir. The hose is attached to the pump. The irrigation pipe is attached to the hose. And now we continue stacking. And 5 more layers and we're done, you guys. I'm gonna have to bust out the ladder soon. Alright, ladder time. I am too short for this, you guys. Alright, I think for the 3 layers I'll for sure need a ladder. Before where I'm assembling the entire tower and then one of the little reservoir slots falls right to the bottom, and then it's one of those things again where you've got to make the call, want to undo everything and go get it, or you just want to leave it be. So if you do that, if you leave it be, then you can't have a plant in that plant port. At least you guys get to see the ins and outs of the grow tower. Oh yeah, I didn't even finish showing you. I was showing you guys all the components, and I didn't even finish. There's still lights. There's the lid. But yeah, I'm gonna get these 2 layers done, and then we'll go through the rest of the components. You also don't have to do 1 layer at a time. You can do 3 layers and then, you know, stack 3 layers on top of 3 layers type of deal. All right, last layer. Be annoying. Yes. Oh my gosh. And you know what? It's only because sometimes don't think things through. I think it's a user error. Most people are pretty thorough. I, not so much, you guys. Not so. I have learned to become thorough now that I've done this so many times, but I'm more of a learn lessons the hard way kind of gal. All right, last layer's going on. All right, we did it. You guys put the tower together with me. Thank you for hanging out. All right, so now I'm going to show you guys how it hooks up to the inside. I'm going to try to set up my tripod here. Hang tight. All right. I don't know if you guys can see. I'll show you, and I'm going to hook this up and then I'll show you guys. So difficult to do. It's not so difficult to do. It's just when you're not tall, and I need my higher ladder. It can be challenging, you guys. All right. So what I'm doing now is I'm just hooking up the irrigation pipe to the inside of the tower so that it can just rest there. We can affix the lid. So I don't know if you guys saw any of that, but yeah, it didn't take too long at all. And usually it's faster, but now that I'm talking and I'm explaining things, usually I just throw on some music and get her done. But there we go. And so all that's left to do is to set up the lid and the lights. So I'm going to get the lid. So also this is not in the right position, so I'm just going to move it over, and because it's on wheels, move it with ease. Center it kind of in this square. So there we go. And then goes on the lid. So the lid has the hooks for the lights screwed to it. But if this were a tower that you're using outdoors, for outdoors, you can throw one outside. You would just unfasten these screws and take out the light mount. The lid sits on top like that. And then I'll show you the lights. My net pots are still soaking, so I'm not going to put those in right now. I just kind of wanted to show you guys the guts of the tower and how we put it together, and the process involved every time I'm kind of resetting things in the tent. So this particular run, it's not I wouldn't call it a reset, because I try to do my best to keep things clean and organized and harvest it properly. in a specific kind of way, it didn't leave too much mess. So it was easy to clean, and it's not necessary to reset. So the lights just on here to these hooks like that. I forgot one thing. Oh, and then, sorry, this bracket connects the two light bars together like that. That way the lights don't swing around from side to side and they're angled properly. And then, I'll show you guys up here is where the plug is for the lights. So we're gonna just put that on and then plug the lights in. We're done, guys. So it's just a series of cables connecting to the main power cord. Each cable connects to the light. And then the lights just hook on, you guys. It's pretty straightforward. Just gonna grab some water. All right. The next light's going on. So I'm just gonna hook all of them on, and then we can screw them on. Oh, the lid is off. Alright, so I just had one of those examples where the tower wasn't sitting on the wheels properly, so I just had to get down there and center it. So, what's going into that tower? Well, I'll show you guys. Last weekend, I think, we started some new seeds, some lettuce. They've all sprouted, so in about a week or so, right back in the tower they go. And now the orange tower lettuce is ready, so I'm gonna eat that over the next 2 weeks. And then in about 4 weeks, these guys will be ready. So I did mess up. I'm gonna have a gap, but I've got kale and mustard growing, so I'll have kale. I'll substitute the salad for kale. All right, let's get these lights hooked up. Wow. That was a little bit of a, not a whirl, but you know when you're moving around, you get hot. All right. Ay, ay, ay. Sounds like a disaster, you guys. What's going on here, but the lid is gonna fall off. light, and then we'll just screw them in. No, last 2 lights. Alright guys, so it's hard to keep a continuous grow schedule sometimes. Yeah, I was on the right track. If I germinate seeds every 4 weeks, then I'm on the right track. I've already figured out the timing. It's just about the execution. Okay, so let's attach these. Oh, it's already plugged in. I forgot. I should unplug it. It'll be nice when they're ready and you already have that tower set up. Yes, I know. That's why I said to myself, I'm going to do this immediately. I'm not going to stall like I always do. So I'm proud of myself. Get my shit together. Just taking you guys around as I screw these lights on. Like, I literally have to stand on my tippy toes to do this. Last one. And that's it, you guys. Now we are done. And now I can plug in the power for the water and for the lights. So I'll plug the lights in. Actually, I'll take it over here. I know I just unplugged it, but that's because I was putting everything together. All right, we have power. All right, guys, so there you have it. Assembling the green grow tower. It only took us an hour, but also because I talk a lot. So that is what's involved in reassembling it. In order to clean it, I just pulled out individual layer, scrubbed it, soaked the net pots, soaked the little reservoir cups, soaked the actual reservoir itself, soaked all the lines, the hose, the irrigation pipe, and I also took apart the pump and cleaned it inside because sometimes you do get some debris from hydroclay or roots or whatever that gets clogged up in there. So before you reassemble the entire thing, it's always good to be thorough and clean it properly. And so now we're here, we've reassembled it, we've got our seedlings, and that's it, you guys. So I'm just trying to catch my breath. But yeah, that is the green grow tower for you guys. Everything else is still running, so it'll be a while before we reset any of the other stuff. That's it. And then the net pots are soaking. They probably will soak just for the day. I just cleaned them this morning. Got them in a little bit of just water and dish soap, and what else? The net pots. Oh, and the foam collars. So I don't know what I'm going to do because a lot of these foam collars, I'll show you, they have such a small little cavity for the seedling to come out, which is perfect when you're transferring seedlings. But as soon as they grow and the stalk gets bigger, it actually forms a larger hole in the foam collars. And so if I plan on reusing them, it might be a bit challenging for young seedlings to there. So I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to see if I can, they are foam, so maybe they'll go back to their original shape and it's just temporary, but for now they're soaking. But we got the hard part done, which wasn't even that hard. As you can see, green towers back together, seedlings are sprouted, and we're ready to go. So thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for being a part of it and watching it. I always try to do my best to be transparent and show you guys everything, not just the polished content that I post, pretty much my shorts. So yeah, just wanted to show you guys what goes into it. It's not all rainbows and sunshine. There is work involved, but everything, if you want things to be successful, you gotta put a little work into it, right? A little work never hurt anybody, so it's character building. But yeah, that being said, happy Friday. Hope everyone enjoys whatever time it is where everyone enjoys the rest of their day. And I'm going to enjoy mine. I feel good, accomplished. I got something done. And tomorrow, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll put in the net pots, the foam collars, and maybe we'll prepare the reservoir depending on what stage the seedlings are at. I don't want to let the water sit for too long, so I wait usually till the seedlings are ready to go in, and then that's when I prep the tower. So you guys are awesome. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate you all so much. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you tomorrow, same time. I probably won't be as late tomorrow. Today I was late because I had to get myself organized. But we will see you tomorrow. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Have a good one. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend.